Welcome to lesson 145 of algebraic concepts, or lesson 2145 overall. I do not have 2,145 videos, but up to now there are 145 lessons in algebraic concepts. And I do explain the numbering system in the welcome videos. So if you have not watched any of the welcome videos, please watch one of those. So here's our objective, our vocabulary, just a refresher on what to do with fractions. You may have forgotten, so you may want to pause this. Remember, a rational expression is a fraction of two polynomials. So just like the previous lesson where we multiplied rational expressions, we just applied the rules of multiplying fractions. In this one, we're going to apply the rules of dividing fractions. So we're going to treat them like fractions and then go ahead and do what we got to do. And here's a picture of a rational expression. And so let's divide the first term. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the first thing first. So we got 5ab squared over 6c squared d. Then we change the divide to multiply, and we flip. I'm going to use that little funny looking symbol, the cut off infinity sign, to flip. It has a meaning in science, and that's not the correct use, but that I'm just using this symbol right here. Is actually lowercase alpha, Greek letter, but I'm just letting you know to flip. That's just a symbol. I'm letting you know to flip. So now, what we're going to do is now go ahead and 5 times 2, a, b times b is all multiplying times another b times d, because b squared is 2b's, and we have a third b in there, so we got 3 b's and a d. All right, 6 times 3 times a, that's a squared, times c, c squared times c, times d. And do we have anything that can cancel out? Well, we can cancel out an a, and we can cancel out a d. And so from here we can cancel out a 2, and a 2 here, 6 divided by 2 is 3. So now we go ahead and multiply. We got 5b cubed over 3 times 3 is 9, ac cubed. And that is all we can do. We can't do anything else with the cubes because they apply to different letters, and we're finished. So when you have a whole term with no fraction, put it over 1. And now we can go ahead and flip. So we're going to take 12a squared b cubed, change that to times to multiply, and flip the second one. So now it becomes 4b over 3a squared. And since we've been dealing with polynomials for so long, I know that you can go ahead and get rid of your thing. So we're going to do it a little bit more advanced since I did it simply. So 12 times 4 is 48. A squared b to the 4th divided by 3a squared. 48 divided by 3 is 16. A squared divided by a squared cancels out, and we're left with b to the 4th. And that is finished. Okay, so this is the same exact problem, except for we are now dividing by 12a cubed b. So it makes a big difference, the order, when you subtract and divide. And I wanted to show you that with the same problem. So we got 3a squared over 4b, change and flip, times 1 over 12a cubed b squared. We're going to get 3a squared times 1 is 3a squared over 48 a cubed b cubed, and 3 again 3 goes into 48 16 times. A squared cancels out with the a, so this cancels out, this cancels those out. That's 16. So you got 1 over 16 ab cubed, and that's what you have. So those were our example problems. Go ahead and try the practice problems on a piece of paper. You know, you can always pause the video here, rewind it back to the earlier, the vocabulary objective, the pictures. You know, do what you got to do and try these problems, and I'll see you at the end of the video for a recap. Okay, so let's see how you did. We got 7y over 2z squared. That's a z. I know my sloppy handwriting. Over z times 3y squared. That's a z. So what I'm going to do is put them together, then simplify them off the top of my head. I'm not going to separate everything. Okay, so y cancels out, a z cancels out. We're left with 7 over 6yz. And there you go. Okay, with this one, here we have a trinomial which we're going to have to factor. So this was a little different, and we're going to factor this one. So let's get the factoring. What's common? 9. So let's take a negative 9 out. If we take a negative 9 out, the x changes to positive, and the 27 changes to negative, but that becomes minus 3 all over 3x times 1 over 27. What are the factors of 27? 3 times 9. 3 minus 9 makes 6. Okay, so we get x plus 9, x minus 3. because 9x minus 3x gives us 6x. 3 times 9 gives us negative 27. Okay. And then what do we have? We have x minus 3's cancel out. We get negative 9 over 3x times x plus 9. And then we cancel the 3 out. That goes in 3 times. So we get negative 3 over x times the quantity x plus 9. Okay, so this one is going to be a lot more factoring. So as you can tell, these tend to get more difficult. I see my subtraction sign. So look, I got a difference of squares. Same thing here. Look at that. I got a difference of squares after I factor out of 3. So x squared plus y squared becomes x plus y times x minus y. 15xy simplified times, we change and we flip. Okay, factor out a 5y out of these. So if I take a 5y, because this now is up top, I get x plus y. Okay, over, I factored out a 3. So let me do the top right here. 3x squared minus 3y squared. I factor out a 3. I'm left with x squared minus y squared. And you saw I got the same thing in the first one. So that leaves me with x plus y over x minus y. Okay, x plus y crosses out with x plus y. X minus y crosses out with x minus y. I'm left with 5y times x plus y over 45xy. The y and the 5 cancel out. And I'm left with x plus y all over 9x. And so that is our last problem for this lesson. And if this is your first video, please go back and at least watch the previous lesson where I multiplied rational expressions. And if you got time, go back and start at the beginning of the series with lesson 2142 and just, page through a couple of videos. If I went a little too fast or things feel like they're over your head. So thank you for watching the video, and I hope to see you on the next one.